How do I not let my dreams slip through my fingers when it feels like I just can't get there? What do I do? And what am I supposed to do? And what can I do? One of the things to recognize is that not every dream is supposed to come true. Sometimes the dreams are so big and so fantastical. They're just big enough to give us hope or to keep us inspired or to take the darkness out of the day when, it's raining, it's cloudy, or whatever. It's just the day seems like it sucks. And you just need a little hope. It's like, someday I'm going to do this. And that dream and that little hope sometimes is just enough to know. It's like calling out calling out across a canyon and saying, is there anybody out there? And someone says, yeah, I'm here. So it's like you're not alone in the world. Because most people's dreams don't come true for three reasons. First, they give up on them. Second, they let other people make them give up on them. And third, they don't clarify the dream enough and realize what it's going to take to go get it. So it's just unreal to them. It's so important to have a dream. It's so important to have a vision for what you want. It's so important to have something that means something to you in your life. Otherwise, we just get swallowed up by the day-to-day. And so it's so important to have a dream, to have a passion, to have a goal, to something that wakes you up in the morning. You jump out of bed, right? Maybe not for something you're going to do today, but let's say you wanted to go on vacation in 6 months. The dream of that vacation fills you with excitement, right? Having a positive, hopeful dream gives you hope, gives you excitement, gives you a focus, gives you something to hope for, to think for, to dream for, to love for, to say, I'm going to go do this thing and it's going to happen. Just that alone changes your brain and changes your whole day. It changes everything. Just that one idea of, I have this dream and I think I can do it and I believe I can do it, or I'm not sure I can do it, but I really want it for these 5 reasons. That's enough to actually change your brain and give you endorphins and give you all these wonderful brain chemicals that I won't list right now, but it makes a huge difference. And actually, your day is going to be better today if you just do this one thing right now. Do this one thing. Stop for a minute, close your eyes, listen to the video. What's a dream you have? What's a dream you've always had that you want? Something that's just out there that you really would fill your heart with joy, would make you feel pride, would be exciting to achieve, would give you other things that you want in your life. Think about that dream now. Think about how it would feel to achieve it. Let's put that dream out in the future now. Imagine your future self right now, having that accomplishment, having that dream come true, whether it's the ability to play the piano or going on vacation to a foreign country or meeting the love of your life or getting that new home that you've always wanted a home. Whatever it is, imagine that moment now for just a few seconds and see how it feels to have it come real. It feels great. Now, if every single day you thought about your dream and you wrote it down and you write the dream down on a piece of paper and you read your dream to yourself every day, one day I'm going to do this, and you write it down. The clearer you make it, the more honest you make it in terms of what really matters to you. And the more you add in the different senses, like for example, I'm going to go to Hawaii and I'm going to sit on the beach and I can feel the warm sand under my feet and I can hear the waves and I can smell the salty air and I can feel the warmth of the sun on my hat that I'm wearing because I'm very pale. And so it's like, you feel those feelings and you say, it feels great. And now I'm going to go swim in this beautiful ocean. That right there will change the way you feel about it. And it will also trigger you into action, because anytime you make it super real in your mind, what's happening in the future as if it's happening now, that draws you to it. That's the whole idea behind the movie, The Secret. And the second step, of course, is you got to do something about it. That's the fun part. So the reason I mentioned the idea of going to Hawaii is because I did that. I had never done sales before. I said, I want to make a bunch of money and I want to go on vacation and I want to take my girlfriend with me. That's a great idea. Sounds like a lot of fun. I've never done that, gone to Hawaii and done that. So I'm going to do it. And I got a new sales job because there were some other steps I'll tell you about later. So I got a new sales job and I wrote down on a piece of paper exactly what I was going to experience. The two of us were walking out of the cabana. We're heading down towards the beach on this wonderful little pebble walkway. I could feel the sun. I could feel the breeze. I'm holding her hand. And I visualized this. I wrote this huge visualization down. And every day when I got to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, because I had East Coast territory, I live on the West Coast, I read that to myself aloud every morning when I sat down at my desk. And less than a year later, I was able to achieve that goal with my girlfriend on the beach, courtesy of the company paying for it because I had knocked it out of the park with sales. And so it wasn't real to me at first, but reading it every single day just put this burning drive in me to make it happen. It was like, it's already happened in my mind. Now I have to just do the work. And so it encouraged me to work harder, to make more phone calls, to follow up more, to get more curious with the customer, to learn more about our products, to just go for it. Work a little harder, get there a little earlier, stay a little later in the day. It moved me to go get the goal because I had written it down so clearly and I totally wanted it. And then what happened? Well, then I had to do another goal, and you just keep having these goals that do this. But what happens when you run out of goals? What happens when you just get so happy that like, I don't know what to do now? So one of the things that happens then is, okay, great, you achieved the big goal, whatever it is. You made the garden you wanted. You learned how to play a little bit of piano that you wanted to do. You went on the vacation you wanted. Now what? Well, you got to think again and go, okay, how am I feeling towards the next goal? What's the next big thing I want to do? What's the next thing that is really motivating and moving me, and why do I want it, right? And we're going to teach you a little bit about how to get what you want in the guide, but fundamentally, you've got to dream again and again and again. You think of it sort of like stepping stones. Each one moves you further out into the future, and you keep accomplishing more and more in your life. Think big, start small, move fast. Write your goals down, write your vision for your goals and why you want them and what it will mean for you in great detail. The guide will tell you more about that. And then when you've got that, you're going to notice that, hey, I've got a really, really big secret goal that I want. Something that's like, it's 10 years out there. It's really hard and it's bigger than I ever imagined. How do I stay excited about that? Well, you give yourself little incremental goals and you learn to build your wishing. You learn to build your vision. You learn to build your discipline to do the little things that it takes. And you do it day by day by day, right? So how do you eat the whole bag of cookies? Not in one bite. You eat it one cookie at a time. Like I said, grab the guide down below, right? There's a link down there, lifesuccesstools.com/change your life. It's just that easy. You can get started today. I'll see you there.